Hi everybody and welcome back. So the last video that I showed you was about creating rubrics. I also showed you how to create content over here on the left, how to reorganize your menu, how to add content folders, and how to actually put things in those content folders like items and files and assignments and tests and all of that fun stuff. So this video, we are going to talk about announcements. I realized I wasn't originally going to make one for this, and while I was doing the other videos, I kind of realized that this is an important tool that I use a lot, and I think that it can especially be helpful for students if they are making this transition from in-person classes to distance learning. So when you're doing an announcement, it's right here on the home page at the top. You want to click More Announcements and then Create Announcement. For my online classes, normally I create an announcement, I would say maybe once for every unit, to remind them what is coming up, and sometimes to give them other information. For example, in my writing and literature class, a lot of people with their first essay, they were kind of making the same mistakes. So I had a little note for them about what to do for their second essay so that they wouldn't all make the same mistakes. And then I linked it to a YouTube video of like, hey, many of you struggled with organization. Here's how to do an outline to organize your thoughts before you write. Something like that. For these distance learning classes, students are used to making announcements in class all the time, right? Just to remind them, hey guys, here's the homework coming up, or we just talked about chapter 11, now we're going to talk about chapter 12. Don't forget to do the reading, or make sure that you watch this YouTube video, or please make sure you study for the test because it's only an hour long. Whatever the case may be, I think it's going to be particularly important to communicate with students regularly. So I plan on sending out probably an announcement, maybe 2 every week. So here my subject is going to be switching to distance learning. And then I'm going to type whatever my message is here. Hello, everyone. I like to start off friendly. And then a little message. So I'm just going to keep it brief here for our purposes. Okay, so short and sweet, and then thanks, and then I would have my name. Okay, so message. The important thing here is to send it out to students. Students are notified if you don't send it immediately, but they're not emailed. So if you click the box, the announcement goes up and it gets emailed to everyone in the class. Now, I don't know if it'll let me do this or not because this is a practice Blackboard with no students in it. So we shall see. The other thing, I do sometimes use date restriction. I'll go back in and show you guys that in a minute. Okay, so this has been sent. Here's the announcement. And if we go back to the home page, we can see a little tiny preview of the announcement. And they can also see it in, there we go, switching to distance learning. So they can see the title of the announcement and they can click on that to read it. And I'll show you what that looks like on their end. And there it is. Now you can't edit it in this mode. I don't think. Oh, I guess you can. All right, so we're going to go to edit, and I'm going to show you one other aspect of this. And then I'll show you what it looks like on the Blackboard front page. So, hi everyone, blah, 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 blah. Now you can, in your options, make this date restricted. So I use date restriction only in certain circumstances. For example, earlier this semester, I was sick one day. I had to send them an announcement about what they would be doing for seat time. So I restricted that so that they wouldn't look at it a Monday or two after and think that I was still sick. You can date restrict it and just have it, display until. The announcement will always be there. It just won't be on their main page, on that home page, and it won't be on the Blackboard page. So I'll show you again what that looks like in a second. Okay, so this is my primary front page for Blackboard, right? When you click My Institution, this is what comes up. I sent my students some messages recently about attending class so that I could kind of tell them about what possible changes might be coming up. Then I sent them another update when we found out that we would be having a 2-week spring break and letting them know what our class was going to look like after that point. You can kind of see, though, that just those 2 announcements are showing. So the previous one from, I think maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago when I was sick, that one's not up anymore, right? That was date restricted, so it doesn't show. I sent my online students some stuff about summer classes a week or so ago. Oh, and there's the one I just put up. Switching to distance learning in my practice class is now showing. So it's kind of nice when students log into Blackboard, they can see your announcement right there. You notice that for the important ones, I actually put it in all caps. This one I didn't. It's just, hey, here's some stuff about your last paper. Here's some stuff about the paper coming up. And here's what I want you to know about the summer classes I'm teaching. And that was basically it. So that's how announcements work. They're very handy. They can help students be all on the same page and know what's going on in your class the same way you would make an announcement at the beginning or the end of class. And it's a nice way to keep in touch with the entire class all at once so that everybody's on the same page and just have good communication. That's it. Hope this helps.